All right, Elias.
All
Is
right.
it time to move on
It's
to the
time
other
to move
portion
on.
of the podcast? Let's do it.
The Premier League, my favorite.
I love this stuff.
I love the NFL, but I love the Premier League more. And
jump in.
Where do we start?
we start, I think, let's see, what's
Chelsea,
the first game I
Nottingham?
got? Yeah,
You
let's go
have
right there.
Manchester-
Chelsea
okay.
Forest, because there's
Go
so
ahead.
much to
Go.
talk about.
There's so much to talk about. Ange Postecoglou getting sacked 10 minutes after the final whistle.
Yeah. Evangelos Marinakis, for Marinakis, I don't know how to say it. He's Greek. But he's the owner of Nottingham Forest. And from everything we've heard and seen, he's just not really a great guy.
Yeah, didn't he run on the field last season?
Yeah, he last season when Nottingham Forest were slipping down the table at the end, he ran onto the field and confronted then head coach Nuno Espirito Santo. Their relationship went absolutely just a downfall. He was sacked. Bring in Ange Postecoglou, who's also Greek by way of Australia. And he gets sacked after a winless 8 games. 39 days he was at the helm of Nottingham Forest before his sacking. That is the shortest tenure in Premier League history.
Wow.
So, yeah, Ron, what do you got?
You know, what is going on with Nottingham, man? Like, last year they were good. They were almost in Champions League position. Morgan Gibbs-White, very good.
Very good, but this season he's not been that guy.
Not really producing. I mean, same with the center halves. They had a very good defensive unit there with Milenkovic and Maria.
Yeah, and haven't seen that.
Haven't seen that much this season.
I think there's just like there's a toxic energy in that club right now.
Yeah, something's
and
going on.
And I think it's being brought on by the owner. And if you weren't paying attention yesterday, they appointed Sean Dyche as the manager of Nottingham Forest, who is a Premier League favorite, a favorite of mine.
Classic.
And ultimately, when things get bad, he's the guy that you go to
He usually turns it
to
around.
drag you out.
Yeah,
And,
so that's what I was about to mention is like, was the, kind of the issues in the locker room type of thing a coach issue? You say it's a front office issue, but is the change going to help? I don't know.
I mean,
We'll see.
when you go through 3 managers in almost as many months, it's going to be tough. I mean, I don't think Nottingham Forest are even going to come near where they were last year, even with the squad that they have, just because of that turnover. So, I mean, right now, let's see. Where are they?
In the Premier League table?
Yeah, where are they?
I think they're getting close to relegation right now.
Yeah.
They're nearing relegation battle.
They sit in 18th place. I had it down here somewhere. Yeah. So
18th place.
Sean Dyche has his work cut out for him. You got to drag him out.
Yeah. Callum Hudson-Odoi having a quieter season. Chris Wood as well having a quieter season. Yeah, there's a lot going on with Nottingham that they need to assess and fix quick, or this season could be facing relegation.
Yeah. And Chelsea look good. They moved into 5th.
Yep. Pedro Neto.
Yep. Josh Achampong, the academy prospect, scored his first goal for his boyhood club. That's great. Shout out him. And
Boyhood club.
let's move. Let's
move.
What a phrase.
the boyhood club.
Who do you want to move to first? Burnley, Leeds, Sunderland, Wolves, City, Everton, or Brighton, Newcastle?
Lot to talk about. Honestly, you want to just go in this order here? Just go down the line, the list?
Let's go.
All right. So I watched the majority of the Newcastle-Brighton game. They were in the South Shore at Brighton, South Shore of England. Brighton are very good at home. They have proven time and time again that the South Shore going to Brighton is going to be a long day.
It's a tough place to play.
Tough place to play.
Yeah. And
The question for Ron, I feel like, is the signing of the summer Nick Woltemade? Woltemade?
Voltamata.
I think we can say yes if he continues to score.
Yeah.
He scored for his first goal for Germany at the senior level during the week. And then, I don't know if you saw his goal, but for a 6'7" center forward to score in that fashion,
Back heel.
that's like a crafty center forward's goal. That's not, you don't really see someone that size doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Liverpool fans, all of us, that's giving me the most beautiful flashbacks of a certain Peter Crouch,
Yes.
who was the same kind of guy.
Yep.
And, Voltamata's been great. The other thing is Danny Welbeck is timeless.
He's timeless. His time
Timeless.
isn't up yet.
He defies everything.
Yeah.
He
he's-
2 goals.
Scores a brace, yeah.
Yeah. And, I just also want to give Yankuba Minte I want to give him his flowers. I believe I'll have to look up where he's from. I think he's from Guinea, but I don't want to say he's an African baller. But the African ballers around the league this year are making a statement. You said it last week with Antoine Semenyo. When you look around the league, ballers.
He's from Gambia.
Gambia, yeah.
Gambia.
And which is funny because he was previously on the books at Newcastle. They're the ones that brought him to Europe, and then they loaned him out, and Brighton bought him instantly the next summer because Newcastle had to comply with financial fair play, and that's really worked out for Brighton. He's balling.
Yeah.
Moving on?
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Leeds, Burnley.
The relegation 6-pointer.
Yeah.
Which is what Kyle Walker described it as. Burnley walk out 2-0 winners at home.
Banger. Did you see that goal?
Yeah.
Banger.
What's it? Loom Chauna. He was signed from Lazio this summer, but yeah, he hits
Where's he from?
France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's from France. And Ugachukwu.
Which conceptually means he's from Africa, probably.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, a lot of those countries are French speaking, so I mean, yes, I guess you could say he's also from Africa if he is.
Well, I mean, that's 90% of the French team.
Yeah,
let's be real.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he scored a banger. And Leslie Ugachukwu, also French, formerly of Chelsea, scored both of them summer signings. And Burnley now sitting 17th with 7 points, and Leeds are just ahead in 16th with 8 points. But that's a game that I think I'm going to predict it as we get down towards the end of the season. That is going to mean a lot for Burnley.
Yeah, not much to talk about in this retrospect for both these teams. I mean, newly promoted squads. Haven't seen much from them. Usually the big squads, we'll get the 3 points. But from a Burnley standpoint, it's a good 3 points to get, especially above or against a also newly promoted side.
Yeah, relegation rival, most likely.
Yeah.
All right, next.
What a banger of a game. Bournemouth Palace.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
3-3 final score.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, should we start the Jean-Philippe Mateta conversation?
Let's talk about him.
All right. This guy, well, first of all, he scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
And on international duty with France, which was his first ever senior call-up, he also scored. And he's just been balling for the last couple of years.
Consistency, man.
Yeah.
So consistent.
He's the hold-up number 9
of
like a Barclays era team, but you add some flair.
I was actually thinking that today to myself. I didn't say it to anybody, but for some reason I was thinking about Mateta, and I was thinking, maybe he doesn't get into the French side, but with that being said, in the Premier League, he produces time and time again.
Yeah.
And that is a classic Premier League striker.
Yeah. And this is a team that has lost in the previous 2 years. They lost Olise to Bayern, and then this summer they lost Eberechi Eze to Arsenal. And Mateta has been the guy that's not made it a seamless transition, but I mean, Palace aren't struggling.
Nope.
Glasner has that team on the right track, and Mateta is leading the way. For Bournemouth, their teenage forward, who they signed last summer, loaned him out, came back this year. Junior Groupie scored 2 goals in the first half, and he now has 3 and 5 PL appearances. So for the 19-year-old forward, that's good.
I want to point out, these dudes are 19, 20, 21, 22 years of age.
Yeah.
That is our age. We're seeing a new generation of athletes coming up.
Yeah.
Think about it, too, because, we're over here, Elias and I still play college soccer.
Yeah.
And it's we're still, athletes. You still do MMA, but it's what are we doing with our lives?
There's levels.
There's so
levels.
many levels.
As I've gotten older, it's always it's a bummer. It's not a bummer, but it's I'll see somebody up there and it's oh, this guy's 19. And I'm
I played college soccer too, so there really genuinely are levels to this stuff. I mean, you kind of see it with the NESCAC schools, but that's kind of, I mean, we're getting a little off topic there, but there are levels to this stuff. Antoine Semenyo again with another assist.
Yeah.
Also being consistent.
Also being very consistent. Move
on.
Let's
do it.
City Everton.
Not much to talk about in this one. Erling Haaland scores 2 goals, and water is wet. So that raises his goal tally to 11, which is 5 above Antoine Semenyo, who's in second now. And City are also now in second behind Arsenal. and have scored the most goals in the Prem with 17. 11 of those are Holland.
Holland is the truth.
Yeah.
Holland is consistent.
We've
in all
talked about
competitions.
him a couple times on the podcast, and it's just kind of the idea of like he's not really the most elusive striker,
He's a
but
beast.
it's exactly what you need out of a striker.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he is in the right place, right time, finishes the right way.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been a talk like almost with everything. Like you want your striker to, yes, of course you would love your striker to have some class behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But like you really just have you need the guy that's going to get to the right places and finish. And that's exactly what Holland does. He doesn't score the most insane like top 10 goals of the season goals. Maybe he'll score one or two of them, but it comes down to his like just quality on like positioning and knowing the IQ of the game.
Yeah. And City, the way that they're set up in a way where they have all the creativity behind him and they just get him the ball. And like you said, right place, right time, can score in any way. And that's a top 2, number 9,
Yeah.
top 3, number 9.
Yeah.
Fair take.
Yeah.
I also, before we move on real quick, I also want to shout out more African ballers. Iliman NGI and Idrissa Gana Gueye had fantastic games, although it doesn't, go with the score sheet. The 2 Senegalese I thought were, one of the best on the pitch.
Actually, wait, I have something for this. Hold on.
Wow. That's a crazy pull. Is that that's Senegal?
That's a Senegal kit.
Shout out Senegal, man.
So-
that international team is also going to be very good. Sadio Mane leading the front.
Yeah.
They also have some. I mean, dude, Africa is putting on. Dude, they
Yeah.
are.
And
That continent needs some respect. man.
some love and respect.
Yeah.
Wow. What a pull, by
I
the
know.
way. Can we talk about
Yeah.
where this spawned in
This
from?
was not pre-planned whatsoever.
Not at all.
Not
Not at all.
That's just an awesome coincidence. And I got this shirt like last weekend.
That's awesome, man.
So shout out Senegal.
Shout out Senegal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, the AFCON, sorry to go off topic here. AFCON is one of the most fun
Yes.
like levels of soccer to watch. Like you see the most insane moments. Every way possible. You can't even say insane goals because it's just moments.
Yeah.
pure athletes, man.
Athletes.
Pure athletes
Athletes.
and passion for their countries.
Yeah.
And passionate fans too.
Yeah.
Like those I there's not a lot more passionate people than the Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About their footy.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Yes.
say South America, Africa.
Yeah.
Europe, they're always going to say, "Oh, we have the best fans," but they don't have the culture like
No.
Africa and like South America.
Yeah,
but
they,
no
they
way.
just don't.
What's so interesting is that the African culture is so different
Yeah.
than like the South America culture.
Yeah.
Like although they're both, conceptually the same level of passion, it's so much like of a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I love
awesome. I
African
think
soccer. AFCON is just
it's
hilarious.
it's definitely one of my goals to make it to
Oh yeah.
like an
I would-
AFCON game
I
would
would
be
love
sweet.
to get to an AFCON
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. But enough about that.
Moving on.
Let's go.
Wolves, Sunderland.
Woohoo! The Black Cats. I'm
Well-
a big Sunderland's like besides Liverpool, of course. Sunderland's the team that I have an eye on this season.
Yeah, man. They are making a statement. Granit Xhaka coming back to the Premier League, captaining Sunderland,
Mm-hmm.
and they're consistently getting results.
That is their 4th league win of the season, which is the best start to a Premier League season for a newly promoted team since 2012 when West Ham had 14 points from their first 18 games. So we talked about this at the beginning of the season, like maybe episode 1, episode 2. The investment is really what's shining through with Sunderland. They spent big in the summer. They spent big all over the pitch. They brought in wingers, they brought in defenders. Obviously, Granit Xhaka, who's the biggest name, and obviously the anchor of that team. Mukiele, he scored. He scored. But yeah, Sunderland have really just set an example for newly promoted teams that if you want to play with the big boys, you got to spend like the big boys.
And they actually are sitting in at 7th, and I'm pretty sure that's European qualification.
Yeah, right.
It is
now
early in the season, but that's where you want to be if you're Sunderland.
Yeah. And on the other side of that, Wolves look like they are in dire shape. They're
Bottom
still,
of the table.
yeah,
2
they're still
points.
winless in the league. And, it would not surprise me if we see in the next couple weeks the sacking of Vitor Pereira. He was their savior last season. He dragged them out of relegation. But this season, it doesn't look like it's going to work out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the relegation right now, and it's, Wolverhampton have Burnley next. That could be a big game for them.
Yeah.
If they don't win that, they could be stuck and drowning here.
Yeah.
They could be. It's early. I know it's early in the season, but if you don't find any kind of form, you're going to drown.
Yeah. And I mean, they lost Cunha in the summer. He scored, I think, 18 goals for them last season.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big miss. But yeah, it just doesn't look like they have the firepower to keep up in the Premier League right now. We are at 58 minutes.
Oh gosh, maybe this is a 2-part episode.
I was gonna say that. I say we release the NFL part and then we release the Premier League part.
Easy.
Shall we?
Done.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Then y'all keep talking.
Yeah,
let's keep it going.
Yeah,
Let's keep
'cause,
going. Keep it rolling.
I mean, this one's going to be quick. Arsenal Fulham, bit boring of a game. I watched the full 90.
Yeah.
Not much. I mean,
1-0.
Fulham were all 11 behind the ball. You could see Jimenez tracking back, literally back to the 18.
So Fulham tried to play a little bit of haram ball against Arsenal, who are the kings of haram ball. But, I mean, not much to talk about, except for Arsenal are now in first. So we now have to have the conversation that I feel like we have every year, which is this Arsenal's year? Will they stop being the Premier League's eternal bridesmaid? I don't know.
Now
they got a huge win. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No.
They did win a huge game today.
That's
4-0.
okay. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Did
you guys watch that game?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I did too.
Yeah.
I mean,
what a week of Champions League, or what a day of Champions League.
Yeah, we got more tomorrow.
Yeah.
what a crazy win, because Loki Atletico was in that game for like a long time, and it was the one questionable call that led to that foul that then led to the first goal. That really it came down to. Atleti almost scored on that counterattack. They had the wide open net and they just missed the goal. But
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good game. Javi
was
Sorry.
upset. Javi was
That
so
hurts,
sad.
Javi. Shout out, Javi.
I don't think he's watching.
And also, it's you don't see Atletico Madrid lose 4-0
Yeah, no.
almost ever. I mean, they pride themselves. Simeone prides himself on defense,
Yeah.
and Arsenal blew that out today. But let's move back to the Premier League. We should do in the future. Let's do like a Champions League roundup too.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
3 parts now, at least?
No, not today. Not today. I only got time for 2. But what's next for you?
Villa, Tottenham.
All right, very Spursy.
Yeah, very Spursy. To lose at home against a struggling Villa side who are just picking up form now. Man, Tottenham. You can't escape it. You guys are Tottenham.
That's no, you can't really say it any better than Keiron just now. It's just Tottenham.
It's just Tottenham, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's just something
dude.
you could say across the league, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Going-
you've got so many of those teams that are just like, yep, it's just Liverpool. Yep, it's just Man City.
Yeah.
Yep, it's just
Going into
Arsenal.
this game at Tottenham Stadium, I was a little skeptical. Villa are struggling.
Yeah.
They haven't really been able to produce on the offensive side of things. So I was leaning towards Tottenham, but it's Tottenham.
Yeah, I was as well. And I mean, they scored first. Bentancur scored in the 5th minute. It's good for him. He just signed a new contract earlier in the month, so he gets to celebrate that a little. But then Morgan Rogers, who's been struggling for form, scored a banger. Emiliano Buendia, who's back in the side, scored a nice goal. And that's the comeback for Villa. And my question for you guys is, what is it that Spurs is missing? Because for me, it's the attack that's weak.
They just picked up Kudus, who is very good.
Baller, African baller.
Javi Simmons also is very good.
Yeah.
But, they don't – Richarlison isn't that good. And I feel like Tell can't play up front. He is kind of a winger.
He's like
or
a
something.
10 or a
Charlison
winger, yeah.
only shows up for the Brazil national team.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, he's
Or
not
right before he goes to the Brazil.
Yeah.
national team.
Yeah, I don't see much of Richarlison. He's a physical forward, but other than that, he's just all talk, and he doesn't really produce much. I
Yeah.
feel like he's always talking to the other team.
Yeah, he loves his chirps.
Yeah.
But
And Celis.
yeah, and DeSalis. But it's a youthful team too. You look at that front three, that front front three. That's Matisse Tell, Wilson Odobert, and Kudus. So all those guys, Tell and Odobert, maybe 20, and Kudus just a little bit older. And I think they're missing Heung-min Son. Not because necessarily Heung-min Son is at the point right now in his career where he's going to just take over and win games like he used to. But when you have no experience in your front line in the Premier League, you're bound to struggle.
That is a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Youngman Son's absence has been noticed.
Yeah. And
But
so
he's
now
cooking at LAFC.
he is cooking in
He
the
is cooking
MLS,
in the
which
MLS.
we're happy to see. Everyone loves Sonny.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Sonny.
Yes.
But Spurs slide to 6th, and Villa move to 11th. And we get to the heartbreaker.
This one hurts
The
to talk
heartbreaker.
about, but we got to do it, right? Liverpool, Manchester United
At home.
at Anfield, man.
At Anfield. This is the first Derby Day defeat for Liverpool against Manchester United since 2016 when Wayne Rooney scored in a 1-0 win for the Red Devils. It's also the first time since 2014 that Liverpool have lost 4 games in a row.
Yeah. There's a lot to talk about. I don't know where to start here. Gakpo hitting the post 4 times. 4 times.
4 times.
We got a little unlucky. Liverpool, shall I say Liverpool, not we. Liverpool, some of their big guys weren't showing up. Isak, bit quiet. Mohamed Salah, very quiet.
Yeah.
McAllister, also very quiet. He did get a head injury early on in the game, but, not his usual. Hitting the post 4 times, it's just, man, that's soccer.
It's footy. It's footy. But I will say, Isak didn't offer much. I'm waiting to see. I'm still not like, I'm not going to be one of those guys that go, 007. I mean, he's already contributed, and it's going to take him a second to get accustomed with how this team plays. But who shouldn't be struggling right now is Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
They signed him to a new
baller.
contract. Yeah,
African baller.
of course, huge African baller. But he hasn't looked the same this season in front of goal. He missed a great chance in that game, and I back him to get back to his usual self. But without him, right now is kind of like a backbone to fall on.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the captain, Virgil van Dijk. Not his best game.
Yeah.
He was, passing the blame on for certain things. You saw it when he fluffed that clearance and hit off Kirkez's face.
Yeah.
He turns around, he's like giving out to Kirkez, but you got to. Your
Yeah.
6'5" frame has to, at least direct that ball anywhere other than
Kirkez's
backwards.
face.
Yeah, there was that controversy on the first goal.
Yep.
When Van Dijk and McAllister had that collision, but that was 2 minutes into the game. Surely that didn't affect how Van Dijk was going to be like.
Yeah.
And that's not a thing we just saw all of a sudden either.
Yeah, no. And I mean, Arne Slot and Virgil van Dijk after the game kind of passed the result onto that one decision, which was, if you didn't see it, head collision, and then United get on the fast break. Brian Mbeumo scores in the 2nd minute. But you can't be Liverpool. Well, in the days of old, you could be Liverpool and just pass excuses off for every loss. But after 3 straight losses, you get to a 4th. You have 90 minutes. That goal happened in the 2nd minute. That can't be the excuse. And going forward, I mean, Liverpool had an XG of 2.75
Yeah.
to Manchester United's 1.34. So they had the chances, they didn't finish them. That's the game. You can't blame it on anything else.
I just also want to point out Federico Chiesa. He's finally finding some form, finally getting the trust of the gaffer. Came on, got an assist right away.
Yep.
Could say turned the game around for us.
He did, and he has been too.
Yeah.
Whenever he subs on, I'm excited because he's going to bring something different.
Energy.
Very direct, very energetic, and honestly, I mean, it's been 2 or 3 games where it's been Chiesa subs on and the game changes.
I'm also seeing a lot of Florian Wirtz stick, and I don't agree. He's a key role player for us. I mean, he's silky. You watch him when he came on, making the right passes, just getting involved. He doesn't have to produce to be that guy. I think in the role that he's being used in is exactly how
Liverpool want to use him.
How Liverpool want to use him, and how I think he should be used. I mean, he looks natural. He looks good, silky.
Yeah, I mean, he's an out and out 10, and if you look at stats, you can give him all the slander you want. But if you watch the games, he creates chances.
Yeah, he's no Martin Odegaard, but he's
yeah.
Those are like kind of the comparisons you can make.
Yeah, I mean, he's that good. He was that good for Leverkusen, And it's just a matter of time. It really is. And it's frustrating because you spent 150 plus million on a guy, you want the return instantly.
Mhm.
But let's also be honest, this guy's 20 years old and he's moved to the biggest league in the world with the biggest price tag in Liverpool history.
And arguably one of the biggest teams.
And
in the world.
yeah, one of the biggest teams in the world. You can't just expect for things to click into place instantly.
It's kind of like we've talked about in the NFL. Like sometimes you just have to figure it out. You
just
have to
gotta
grow a
figure it
little
out.
bit. And you
Yeah.
have to settle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The comparison I could make is like a rookie quarterback coming in.
Yeah.
Like, you're the best guy in college football, best guy in the Bundesliga. You move over to a more competitive, more physical league. It takes a minute.
Yeah.
But we can go to the other side of this too because we have some very dear friends that are
We do have some good United friends.
some very big Manchester United fans, and they let me hear it after the game
Yep.
and give them their flowers because I've given them
Shout out Nick S, man.
so much stick over the past years.
Lots of Man U fans. I
Lots
feel
of
like.
Man U.
We also beat them 6-1.
Yeah.
So 7-1.
7-1. So you can have this one.
Yeah.
We'll give you this one.
I'll let you
We'll,
have
we'll,
it.
we'll see what happens next time. But so we have. So I keep saying we. Liverpool have Eintracht Frankfurt tomorrow in the Champions League. What's it going to take for them to recover?
I think everyone needs to show up. Virgil van Dijk. They just need to move on from this. Can't look backwards, especially in professional. If you look backwards, you start to get stuck in the past, and then it affects your future results.
Absolutely.
Kind of could say the same for Keene State. You could say the same for any soccer program, any
Any
team.
team
Any
ever.
team
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I think there's a rough patch, and the only way to get past that is to just focus on the next one. And so I hope that they deliver tomorrow. But yeah, rough week.
Yeah.
Rough week. And I think that does it.
We have one more game. Just one more game. It's a bit boring. Not much to say about it.
Oh, I forgot. And I watched this one
Yeah,
too.
so boring.
And I watched it.
West Ham, Brentford, both struggling sides. West Ham aren't good. They're just not good.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching that game and people were leaving the London Stadium before halftime.
Yeah.
West Ham are in a very bad spot. They just brought in Nuno recently, hoping that he could replicate that magic that he had with Nottingham Forest. But I don't think the squad, it's not even comparable.
Yeah.
The squad that he's inherited. They are just not good.
They're lacking a solid number 9. It looks like here they started against Brentford with Lucas Paquetá up front. That is a 10.
That's a 10.
And Somerville at the 10. You want Somerville out wide. He's also a quick, young athlete. He's good. He can score. He's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That defense is just shocking.
yeah.
too.
Kilman was at Wolves before.
Yeah.
Not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Ham 1 point in their last 5 games.
Yeah.
But the worst thing about this is they just don't know how to not let in goals. They have the worst goal differential in the Premier League with a negative 12 goal differential.
And set pieces too. I think going into the game, they'd conceded off a set piece in every single game of the Premier League so far. It didn't happen this time around, but yeah, they're in a rough spot. I don't think they brought in the players that they really should have over the summer, and now those players are playing under a manager who didn't necessarily want them there.
Yeah.
Like Fernandez, for example, who was on loan at Southampton. Great player last season, hasn't really found it with West Ham, and it's tough too because the squad overall is lacking. I can say it a million times.
Yeah, and then when you look on the other side of the ball, Brentford also getting good value out of Mbumo there for Igor Thiago.
Mm-hmm.
He's scored a couple goals
Yeah.
in the Premier League now. Can he keep the form going?
Hopefully, I mean he's your quintessential big number 9.
Mm-hmm.
He fluffed his lines a couple times in that game. Finally came through with the goal, and then the game sealer, I guess, was Matthias Jensen off the bench late. What I'd like to see out of Brentford is Jordan Henderson.
Yes.
Jordan Henderson turning back the clock. He's still got it. He's actually been huge for that team that lost, obviously, their star players in Visa and Mbuemo.
Mm-hmm.
They brought Henderson in for cheap from Ajax, and I mean that Premier League experience that he has, it shows throughout the squad. They're not they're going into games confident. You know what I mean?
That's a former captain too.
That's a former captain. Yeah.
He's a guy you want in the locker room. Can kind of compare him to Brighton's James Milner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also an older guy in the league that comes off the bench, gets minutes, and has that what's the word
Tenacity.
elder experience, older
Some
experience,
leadership? Some experience, some know-how.
Yeah, some experience. Just
Wisdom.
wisdom, bringing what they know. Just being older guys in the league.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I'll personally say about this, shout out to my 2 Irishmen. I don't rate you that much, Collins, but you are a solid center half, and Kelleher finally shining.
Yeah. Love to see it, especially for Kelleher, because he's been deserving of being a starting keeper somewhere for years. So I'm happy to see him. Another guy I'll shout out on Brentford, just because I think he's kind of slipped through the radar of a lot of people, is Michael Coyote, the right back. He's Italian. He came from Fiorentina, and he's complete. He's a great one-on-one defender. He's good going forward. He makes all the right runs. And he was a big piece of that win. He's been a big piece of this team. So shout out Brentford. And this time, it is the final talking point. So we are going to wrap it up here after an hour and 14 minutes of thoughtful, intellectual
I think we
conversation.
break this into 2 parts.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Yeah, it's a long watch, but it was a pleasure being on with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe I come back for another episode someday.
Maybe in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We are very down with that. And Ron just dropped his know-how and his ball knowledge all over Flags and Whistles
This
podcast.
guy, I'm telling you, in the most respectful way, we did not know your ball knowledge. And there was one night when we were sitting in Dylan Chambers' house and you dropped like 5 names and 10 stats that nobody would ever know. And I was like, yep, we can make this happen.
we can make this work.
It's been a pleasure, fellas.
Yeah,
it's been a
dude.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following all of us on Instagram at Carson.Flake, at Hollaback, at Elias, and Keiron.
Keiron.Murray03.
Boom.
And then especially the Flags and Whistles podcast at Flags and Whistles Pod.
Yeah.
Follow on all platforms.
Follow on all platforms. We're getting that TikTok out this week. It's been slow rolling, but this is the week
Busy.
that we become TikTok viral.
No, it's not how it goes.
Come on.
I wish.
Come on.
Gotta have hope there, Flake.
Gotta have hope, Flake.
All right, guys.
Give us this one. But it's been a pleasure here talking to you guys. I hope you enjoyed listening. This was episode 4 of the Flags and Whistles podcast. I'm Elias Stoll-Aleman. To my right is
Carson Flake.
and to my left.
Special guest, Keiron Murray.
All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.